Here's the thing. There is a difference between a man and a woman. It's just the way God established it. That is such a huge hate. That is such a huge hate.
Men should be men and women should be women.
Unfortunately, a young lady who has gotten hurt playing the volleyball game. And the video shows that a transgender woman certainly does have an advantage. Okay, let's stop confusing the matter. It's a fact. So now I'm gonna play the video, and after that I'll share some thought and perspective with you. Let's take a listen to this one. Now watch carefully. Bam.
Game over, man. Game over.
Did you see that? She's down and out. She's down and out. That's it. I know I'm not gonna do no songs here. Now watch the video one more time. This poor girl. And this trans individual, the position that he is certainly made him a powerful weapon on the court. Watch this. There we go. That is such a huge hate. That is such a huge hate. That's not even, very few women can do this one. And I know this because my daughter, she plays volleyball. I mean, she's good, but she can't do that. She can't do that. Like that is huge. So just in case you wonder what happened from this point forward, let me put the volume down here. This poor lady, this poor girl, she's on the floor. And they're coming to assist and help her. The game has stopped. She had a concussion, guys. She had a concussion. Yep. There's no difference, though. There's no difference between male and woman. Between male and female. There's no difference between men and women. We're exactly the same. We can blur the line of the sexes. It's okay. Now, somebody got hurt. Equality, diversity, and inclusion.
Yikes.
There we go. We keep on playing with fire, right? You keep on doing that, somebody's gonna get burnt. Now this poor girl now, she has to live with this injury. Only God knows. Now listen. This is reported on Fox News. It says that North Carolina school district votes to forfeit games against viral after transgender athlete injures player. Yeah, listen to this. Suffered head and neck injury from vicious spikes. Vicious spike. There you have it. But they voted not to have this. They had enough. 5-1. Amazing. Well, it's about time. It's about time. We keep on playing with fire. Somebody's gonna get burned. Yeah, this will be done in all schools. If trans people want to play with other trans people, that's fine. But mixing the sexes, we're placing our sons and daughters in serious risk. And that's not right. Yeah, there you go. Transgender athletes competing in women's sport has become a controversial topic, especially after Leah Thomas, a biological man, won an NCAA champion in women's swimming earlier this year. Yeah. We know about Leah Thomas.
Rest in peace.
We talked about her in this channel before. Well, him, let me get it right. Not her. You see, they're confusing me too. So let's look at some of the injuries that this young lady has suffered here. I'm trying to find that. Yeah, there it is. Have mercy. So the Dames High School forfeited the girls' volleyball match against the Highland School after Dams player reportedly injured, suffered head and neck injuries from a spike from a Highlander transgender athlete. That is sad. That is sad. I was just reading another part of the article where they said that she even had a concussion. Yeah. So the thing is, do you see the danger of this thing? We keep on pushing this thing. It gets to a place where people start to get hurt. Now, some people will argue there is no difference. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you a video on what is a woman. Now we're gonna listen to a segment of that, and let's see. Let's hear the argument, and let's watch the difference in the sports. We keep lying to ourselves. We keep lying to ourselves, and we need to stop doing that. Watch this.
Athletes over a dozen times throughout the years, and every single time I lost.
Did they inch you out of medals that you would have won otherwise, or trophies you would have won?
They beat me out by 20 meters out of medals, and qualifying spots. I missed out on qualifying for New England's. I had to go in the long jump and the 4x200 meter relay, so I was forced on the sidelines in my own event, and if they were not there, I would have been able to qualify. So I missed out on so much throughout.
Ladies, your values are under attack. All the stuff you fought for, freedom to vote for this, choice and that, to be somewhat equal to men. Just in case you don't realize it, this strange movement is another attack on women's freedom.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
They're coming after you from a different angle. And more women need to speak up against this. I just wanted to make sure I say this quickly.
Throughout my high school career.
Did they win all the events or almost all the events?
Between the two of them, they won every single event they competed in.
How does that feel?
It is so frustrating and heartbreaking because we elite female athletes train so hard to shave just fractions of a second off of our
That's
time.
horrible.
And going into
That's
races
horrible.
knowing that we will never be able to win.
It feels like all that work.
It's a waste of time.
It
Waste
does.
of time.
After so many losses, it just gets to the point of, why am I even doing this? Why am I keep training so hard and sacrificing so much
If you're not gonna win.
third and beyond?
Now listen to
In
this.
Connecticut, there were two male track runners,
They were trans girls.
right, and who decided that they were going to race against the girls. And you look at those individuals, you look at their times against the men, against the boys, so they were kind of middle of the pack. And then they're racing the girls, and they're, first and second place. Is that indicative of some kind of unfair advantage that those individuals might have against the girls?
No, it's not indicative of an unfair advantage. And I think part of the proof of this is that more transgender girls are.
He's so delusional. He's so delusional. It's not. Mercy.
Coming out in high school and still playing sports, and they're not winning. The Connecticut case is the exception. It got a lot of attention because those two trans girls performed well, but there are many more trans girls competing in sports, and they don't excel. Because at the end of the day, whether or not you win a game is not is about how hard you work in your practice, and most of us aren't going to win, and that goes for transgender athletes too.
Let's go, girls.
That looks like an advantage to me if you were to ask me. What do I know?
The norm is that transgender youth don't win that much in sports games.
Alana McLaughlin was very appreciative for Provost to take this fight. I don't know how appreciative is now, but she got a couple punches in.
Come on. Come on. That's just wrong.
No, I don't think so.
Mary Gregory broke full women's record. Yeah, I wonder why.
Very much the exception when a transgender young person does win.
And the tap.
And it's because there's not really an advantage to being trans.
That's not an advantage. I think the best thing I can do right now is laugh because he is lying maybe he's delusional. Maybe he's not lying. He's deceived. There's not an advantage right here. None. Okay, none. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Only a few people are going to lead the pack.
There are some slight differences, but does it translate to a competitive advantage? I think you'd be very hard-pressed to prove that.
Yeah.
If there was a big advantage to being transgender in sports, then we would see transgender women totally dominate.
And over the last half of the pool, nobody will touch Leah.
You out of your mind.
This is crazy. So unless you are totally dominating, that means there isn't an advantage. Like, some women can compete really, really well against men. That doesn't mean they are equal to men. You know, so the argument is so weak.
Leah Thomas.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Transgender swimmer Leah Thomas breaking barriers and records. But in a new article, Sports Illustrated calls the college senior the most controversial athlete in America.
Leah obviously helps us do better.
You gotta go get that movie. I'm not gonna keep playing it. I'll tell you something.
Who do you think you are?
The biblical story tells us of the creation of man and how God left Adam to be somewhat by himself without a companion. And as Adam realized that he was missing something, then God created a wonderful, wonderful partner and placed her next to him. The Bible tells us that the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed it up the flesh instead of thereof, and the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. Very significant. God made the woman out of the men. I want you to get that, right? He took the rib of the man and made a woman for the man. Now, she is an amazing and beautiful creature. She complements the man. She brings something to the world that man cannot, but she is not a man. We are not the same. God says, furthermore, in verse 26, let us make men in our image. Look what God does. He speaks of the sexes as men, because really the generic term is out of the man is the woman. After our likeness, let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over every cattle, over everything that creep upon the earth. So God created men in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. There you have it. So the order we have is that God created two genders. That's it. Male and female, they are not exactly the same, and together they are a reflection of the image of God. It's a beautiful thing. Image of God, we see that through the union of marriage. So the world is confusing this thing. They are playing and trying to flip it and reinterpret what the Bible has spoken about. And as a result, people are getting hurt. This young lady on the volleyball team in North Carolina did not deserve this. But that's the result of playing into the delusion of transgenderism and that confusion that comes along with that. It's just, we gotta keep this stuff separate. We gotta put a difference between male and female. We've done it for centuries before. It all worked out perfectly fine. Why all of a sudden have we so evolved, so-called evolved, to the point now where we can't even, you can't even have an opinion on this matter. you might get shut down. As if somebody's lying. Why are we living in a lie? Why are we telling ourselves there is no difference between male and female? Why are we confusing the sexes? Why are we putting our daughters in dangerous and unsafe environment in the name of what? Equality and diversity and inclusion? Why are we doing this? 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we didn't hear this stuff. But now all of a sudden we've so-called emerged into this confusion that we can't even tell the difference between right and wrong. That's not how God did it. This is what we have done. We are confusing that which God has made simple. Anyway, like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more of my notification uploads. Make sure you comment below, share your thought perspective with me. Every thumbs up matter. God bless you until next time. And as always, remember to look unto Jesus and to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.